Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Stavaram Jangayam Vyaptam Yakshit Satcharacharam Tatparam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Babaji Vyapiyat Sarvam Trilokyam Satcharacharam Tatparam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sarva Shruti Shiroratna Virajita Padambuja Vedantambuja Suyoya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Chaitanya Shasvata Shanto Yomadito Niranjana Bindunada Kalatita Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Yana Shakti Samaruda Tatvamala Vibhushitaha Bhukti Mukti Pradata Cha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Aneka Jamma Samprapta Karma Bandha Vidahine Atmajnana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sukshanam Bhava Sindhoscha Yapanam Sarasamparaha Guru Padodakam Samya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Na Guru Radikam Tattvam Na Guru Radikam Tapaha Tattvajnanam Param Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Manata Shri Jagannatha Madguru Shri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Guru Nadira Nadisha Guru Paramadaivatam Guru Parataram Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Baduscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Baduscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Jai Gurudeva Namo Namah Sri Vishwananda Namo Namah Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah Jai Gurudeva Namo Namah Sri Vishwananda Jai Gurudeva Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah Shri Gurudeva Namo Namah Sri Vishwananda Namo Namah Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah Jai Gurudeva Namo Namah Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah Jai Gurudeva Namo Namah Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah Jai Guru Jai Guru Jai Guru Jai 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 Guru Jai Guru Jai Guru Jai 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 Guru Jai Guru Jai Guru Jai 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 Guru Jai Guru Jai Guru Jai Om Mahavatara Shishaya Namaha Om Vishamaya Namaha Om Devakarya Samudyataya Namaha Om Sukshmatanave Namaha Om Chinmayaya Namaha Om Gurumurtaye Namaha Om Sundaraya Namaha Om Sulochanaya Namaha Om Sumukhaya Namaha Om Charvasaya Namaha Om Keshavaya Namaha Om Padmambujaya Namaha Om Mandagamanaya Namaha Om Charumbaradharine Namaha Om Ramaya Namaha Om Mandirastapakaya Namaha Om Shri Bhavachakaya Namaha Om Gayatri Ajvane Namaha Om Arpanasvikarakaya Namaha Om Vishnu Pujakaya Namaha Om Namo Narayanayeti Mantropasakaya Namaha Om Svaramaya Namaha Om Madhurakantaya Namaha Om Krishna Sankirtana Lorupaya Namaha Om Stotra Priyaya Namaha Om Mitabashine Namaha Om Vagnine Namaha Om Chitrakala Visharadaya Namaha Om Vratadharaya Namaha Om Sadhave Namaha Om Jagatpantaya Namaha Om Sarvalokahitaya Namaha Om Bhakta Priyaya Namaha Om Surdaya Namaha Om Anukulaya Namaha Om Neyaya Namaha Om Sudarshanaya Namaha Om Bhaktavatsalaya Namaha Om Premamurtaye Namaha Om Shubhekshanaya Namaha Om Pritivardhanaya Namaha Om Swastitayakaya Namaha Om Tarakaya Namaha Om Anugrahaya Namaha Om Vardhanaya Namaha Om Architaya Namaha Om Arthaya Namaha Om Siddhipradaya Namaha Om Janardhanaya Namaha Om Manoharaya Namaha Om Mahakshaya Namaha Om Siddheshwaraya Namaha Om Bhasmabhushitaya Namaha Om Atmalingaya Namaha Om Lingachana Protsakaya Namaha Om Siddhisadanaya Namaha Om Madhavaya Namaha Om Omkarapasakaya Namaha Om Sukshmaya Namaha Om Vishokaya Namaha Om Satvikaya Namaha Om Samadashine Namaha Om Dakshaya Namaha Om Achintyaya Namaha Om Nirankaraya Namaha Om Nirmohaya Namaha Om Avyagraya Namaha Om Jitakrodhaya Namaha Om Vinayashilaya Namaha Om Savashaya Namaha Om Kushalaya Namaha Om Shamaya Namaha Om Satyadharmaya Namaha Om Nirvikapaya Namaha Om Viraktaya Namaha Om Atindraya Namaha Om Satyasandhaya Namaha Om Pavitraya Namaha Om Madhura Swabhavaya Namaha Om Suranandaya Namaha Om Nandanaya Namaha Om Prasanatmane Namaha Om Bhaktanidaye Namaha Om Sakshaye Namaha Om Samatmaye Namaha Om Sadayogine Namaha Om Haraye Namaha Om Sutapaya Namaha Om Saumyaya Namaha Om Guyaya Namaha Om Vimutatmaya Namaha Om Gabhiraya Namaha Om Guptaya Namaha Om Atmaramaya Namaha Om Srinivasaya Namaha Om Devaya Namaha Om Yutidharaya Namaha Om Dhanyaya Namaha Om Gurave Namaha Om Duradikramaya Namaha, Om Gahanaya Namaha, Om Bhagavate Namaha, Om Harishana Margadarshakaya Namaha, Om Kutastha Jagatakaya Namaha, Om Abhiprayaya Namaha, Om Sarvamata Samadhyaya Namaha, Om Shamakata Bhavavardakaya Namaha, Om Premavatar Sri Vishwananda Swamine Namaha. Ato Deva Avantuno Yato Vishnur Vichakrame Pridhivya Saptanamavihi Idam Vishnur Vichakrame Treda Nidate Padam Samudamasya Pargum Sure Trini Pada Vichakrame Vishnur Gopa Adavyaha Ato Dharmani Dharyene Vishnu Karmani Pasyata Yato Vritani Paspashe Indrasya Yujassakha Tad Vishnu Paramam Paragam Sada Pashanti Suraya Devi Vachakshuratatam Tad Vipraso Vipanyavo Jagravagam Sasaminate Vishnu Yat Paramam Padam. Premavataraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayat. Om Premavataraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayat. Premavataraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayat.
Govinda.
Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakurti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yo Nam Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yo Nam Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Shri Krishna Vishnu Madhusudana Kaitapare Narayana Achyuta Trivikrama Chakrapare Daityadi Sarjadhara Shri Dharaga Sudeva Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam. Rukminisha Bhavanasha Hare Murare Radesha Gopesha Surupa Brahmadi Vanya Shri Bharakashraya Vagunta Pate Bhuvaneka Murte Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhata. Ninakrate Kamatarupa Varaha Murte Traivikramaya Guhane Bhararama Rama Shri Rama Krishna Yadunandana Kalki Rupa Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhata. Govinda Madhava Mukunda Paratparesha Damodara Jadarananda Kadari Sori
Gopa Gopi Jana Samrita Dina Bando Gopi Jana Priyaraye Tava Suprabhatam
Shirabdishaya Bhujagadi Patal Pashayan Sadbhaktahir Sadhanashayan Ramangashayan Shri Gopa Baba Mrutal Pasukadishayan
Gopa Vallabharaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Kasyapatri Sukanarada Gautamadi Brahmarshi Sangamani Sangha Bharateshao Ishtanti Deva Tava Darshana Bhagya Eto Gopala Shekhar Haraye Tava Suprabhatam
Mandada Jari Tulasi Dala Mallikadya Hai Malyadi Anjali Pute Samudaharanti Teshtam Titvat Bhavatadara Tale Murindraha Radha Manoharaye
Tava Suprabhatam Vedatrayam Patati Gautama Kana Goyaha Gayanti Sattuna Gano Varada Savargaha Sankirtayanti Tava Nama Kada Vishesha Shri Naradadi Rishaya Tava Suprabhatam
Govardhano Dharana Gopa Kishora Gopa Gopi Janamrita Suvesha Bhavapti Poda Trilokya Mohana Sumangala Divya Deha
Shri Rukminishya Varada Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vasasina Saranagata Parijata Pantarti Banjana Kripa Karadina Bando Gitanta Gayati Janapriya Divya Rupa Shri Nanda Gopatanaya Tava Suprabhatam
Padmaksha Padma Mukha Padmadhara Prameya Padmalaya Shlahita Padma Nivasa Sauri Padmodhavati Sudasevita Pada Padma
Padmadhinata Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Vrindatale Viharanaya Mahendra Vandya Gandarpa Darpa Haratinya Sudesha Rupa Chandrananaya Siddha Chandana Likna Deha Govinda Yada Haraye Tava Suprabhatam
Shri Nandanandana Yashoda Kumara Dhira Mayanga Dhira Davichona Supushpahara Nilam Kudaha Susharira Ramavihara Gopala Deva Haraye
Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vashri Jambavati Satya Sugranti Bhadra Shri Mitra Vinda Devasa Prabhu Putrika Jahe Shri Santi Divya Bhavame Tava Sevanardam Gopi Mana Priyaraye Tava Suprabhatam
Shri Krishna Achyuta Ananta Mukunda Shauri
Radha Manohara Janardana Chakrapane Ramani Divya Munayodhani Sambadanti Brahmi Muhurta Samaye Tava Suprabhatam
Shri Krishna Suprabhatam Ye Patanti Aharisham Bhuri Kritam Mahapapam Shri Krishna Grahetukam Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Chintamani Prakara Satma Sukalpa Vriksham Lakshavarteshu Sudhabira Vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambrama Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Venum Vanantamaravinda Dhanaya Taksham Varavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandarpakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham
Sadvanamarya Vamshi Radhakadam Pranayakeri Kalavilasam Shamam Tribangalalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Anganiyasya Sakalindriya Vidyamanti Pashyanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chimmaya Sadujvala Vigrahasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Advaitamachutamanadim Anantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha Vedeshu Dulabhamadulabhamatma Bhaktam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Pantasukoti Satavatsara Sampragamyo Vayoratapi Manaso Munipungavanam Sopyastiyah Prapadasinya Vichintya Tatve Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Ekopya Saura Chahitum Jagadanda Koti Yaschaktirasti Jagadanda Chayaya Dantaha Handamtarasta Paramanu Chayantarastam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yad Bhava Bhavita Diyo Manujastateva Samprapya Rupa Mahima Sanayana Bhushaha Suttenyameva Nigama Pratite Sluvanti Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Ananda Chinmaya Rasam Pratibhavitabhis Tabhirya Eva Nijarupataya Kalabhih Goloka Eva Nivasatya Kilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadeva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achintya Gunasvarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Ramadi Murti Shukalani Amena Tishtan Nanavatar Makarod Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Svayam Samabhavan Paramapumanyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagananda Koti Kotishvashesha Vasudadi Vibhuti Vinam Tad Brahmanishkalamanantamashesha Bhutam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Maya Hiyasya Jagadanda Shatani Sute Traigunya Vishaya Veda Vitaya Mana Sattva Valampi Parasattva Vishuddha Sattvam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Rasatmataya Manasu Ya Praninam Pratipalam Sma Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Golokanami Nijadam Nitale Jatasya Devi Mahesha Haridhama Sudeshu Teshu Tete Prabhava Nichaya Vihidaschayena Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Sri 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 Jit Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Reka Jaye Mayasya Bhuvanani Vibharti Durga Vichanurupam Apiyasya Chachishcha Sesha Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Shiram Yatadadi Vikara Vishesha Yoga Sanjayate Nahi Tata Prithak Asti Heto Yashambhutamapi Tatha Samupaiti Karya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Dipashireva Idachantaramabhyupetya Dipayate Vivitaretu Samana Dharma Yastadreva Isha Vishnutaya Vibhati. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Yakarana Vala Jale Bhajati Smayoga Nidramhananta Jagadanda Saromakupa Adhara Shakti Mavalamya Param Smapurtim Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Yasvikanishvasita Kalamatavanamya Jivanti Loma Vilaja Jagadandanata Vishnur Mahasayasya Kala Visheshu Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Bhasvanya Jasma Shakaleshu Dijeshu Tejaha Sviyam Kiyat Prakatayaptyapi Tattvatatra Brahmaya Esha Jagadanna Vidhana Karta Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Yat Padapalava Vinidaya Kumbha Vandve Pranama Samaye Saganadiraja Vignam Vihantu Malayasya Jagatrayasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Agnir Mahe Gaganam Ambudharudishyascha Kalastata Manaseti Jagatrayani Yasmad Bhavanti Vibhavanti Vishanti Amcha Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Yatsat Suresa Savita Sakala Grahanam Raja Samasa Suramurti Rashesha Tesha Yasya Gnaya Pramadhi Samvrata Kala Chakru Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Dharmodha Papa Nichayashtutayastapamsi Brahmadi Gita Patagada Hayascha Jivaha Yata Tamadra Vibhava Prakata Prabhava Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Govindamadi Purusham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yam Krodha Kama Sahaja Pranayadi Viti Vatsalya Moha Guru Gaurava Sevya Bhavahe Sanchitya Tasya Sadhishintanuma Purete Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Ahanadhiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Om Agyanati Mirandasya Gyana Jana Shalakaya Shakshurun Militam Yena Tasmei Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Gurudev, good morning. So today, as always, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 8, verse 31. Evam Darshan Yushati Kurute Mehanadi Nivashto Steyopair Virachita Krite Supratiko Yataste Itam Stribihi Sabayanayana Shri Mukhaloki Nibir Vyakya Athartha Prahasita Mukhi Na Yupalabdum Aichat. When Krishna is caught in his naughty activities, the master of the house will say to him, "Oh, you are a thief," and artificially express anger at Krishna. Krishna will then reply, "I am not a thief, you are a thief." Sometimes being angry, Krishna passes urine and stool in a neat, clean place of the houses. But now our dear friend Yashoda, this expert thief, is sitting before you like a very good boy. So this verse is very funny, and the reason why I chose it is because it's highlighting, first of all, the misgivings of Krishna, and in this verse they are described in a quite hardcore way. I guess for those who have children, the idea of urine and poop being thrown around is not completely alien. But to me, when I was reading the verse, I was really shocked. And that Krishna was doing these things. And also the classic breaking of the butter and everything. And the verse clearly says that people were upset at Krishna. But actually, towards the end of the verse, it's already showing how they are actually not so upset, because it's very hard to be upset when the Lord of the universe gives you puppy eyes. But actually the next verse, it really says that even if they would want to be upset at Krishna, they couldn't. And this is particularly beautiful because it shows that the gopis and Mother Yashoda ultimately understood that the little boy in front of them doing all these misgivings was not just a normal boy, and that needed normal punishment. And there's many lilas, for example, the lila of the beginning of the Damodar lila, in which Krishna is being breastfed by Yashoda, and then the milk starts boiling and Yashoda puts Krishna down and goes to put out the fire. Again, Krishna starts breaking things and giving butter to the monkeys and doing all these things. And all of these lilas are a reminder in a way that where we should put our priority. And like Yashoda, she in that moment decided to prioritize the milk. Krishna was showing her, no, if you prioritize the milk, you will have problems. You should prioritize me. And similarly, in our lives, we very often come across situations that we deem to be not good. The pots are breaking, everything is not working, and we may be upset. But if we are wise enough to see that behind all of these things there may be the hand of God, and that He may trying to be teaching us something, then a different perspective might open up for ourselves, and we might see these apparent problems as actually blessings. And precisely these butter pots that Krishna is breaking also symbolize these material attachments. And the breaking of these material attachments, the breaking of these desires, is precisely what is going to allow us to enjoy what we have. Because as long as we keep our focus in what we don't have or what we are trying to keep materially, it's very hard to just be living in the moment and content with what we have. This constant pursuit of something else is something very human, but it's also something that really wastes a lot of our time. Because if you are living and you are not in the present moment, sooner or later, as time passes, you might look back and regret. You might realize, why I had so many things, I had so much good things, but I was not happy with them. I was looking towards something else. The grass is greener somewhere else, and then you realize that you were wasting your time. And that can be quite sad. And Guruji reminds us very often that we don't really know how much time we have. So living in the moment really becomes something almost urgent in a way, that we learn how to do it. And like I was saying, it's very often the case that we as humans become very comfortable with sacrificing the moment in order to attain something in the future. Either we focus on our careers, or we focus on accumulating money to buy a car, to buy a house. We study for many years in order to get, some status, some position. And I'm not saying that those things are not good and they are not correct to do. It's good to have goals. It's good to have a plan in life also. But it's very often the case that we get so focused on the goal that we forget the path and we forget to enjoy. And we also forget that we don't really control the goal. We can do everything right, and still it can be taken away from us without any control. So, like Krishna says in the Gita, you should act, yes, but not with attachment to the fruits. And these golden moments that we can experience every day, because Guruji says, for example, one very beautiful thing that I heard many years ago when I moved here to the ashram was that as you are doing Seva in Sri Pita Nilaya, every day the Divine Mother will come to us individually and give us a blessing in one way or another. And it's similar to the golden moments. Guruji says that every single day the Divine reveals Himself to us, and in the form of these golden moments. And do we perceive it? How many times do we go to bed in the end of the day and we think about the golden moments we had? We think about the blessings we had because we were serving here in SPN, and so on and so on. It's very easy to be already thinking in the next day what I'm going to do tomorrow, the problems or whatever, and forget all the beautiful things that happened throughout the day and be grateful for it. And the prime example for us in many things, obviously, but also in these, is Guruji. Because we see that when Guruji is interacting with people, or is giving darshan, or is singing, or whatever he's doing, he's very much in the present. He's very much there in that moment. And you can see that. And that's very often the difference between fully enjoying and between even experiencing this bhakti. That's very often the difference between having it and not having it, is the capacity to really just be in the moment. And myself, just recently, I've been traveling with Guruji in Finland and Denmark, and again, it's something that often comes to me, because the only reason why I travel with Guruji, practically speaking, is to do video seva. And when you're doing video seva, it's very often that you are the closest to Guruji, physically speaking. When he's giving a satsang or when he's singing, you're sitting right there. But there's a camera in between you and Guruji, and you are just focused on the framing, the focus, the light, whatever it is, the audio, and you are there, but at the same time you are not really there. And sometimes there's this glimpse of, wow, I'm so lucky, I'm sitting right in front of him, so close, but at the same time I cannot enjoy it. And Guruji was saying recently that, he was singing and people were dancing and clapping, and he was saying, you look something along the lines of, you look so happy, so engaging and so on, but I see inside your mind you're all full of negativity, let's say. And I was thinking, yeah, it's true, but even if I didn't have this camera in front of me right now, how many times am I able to, sit in Guruji's, listening to his satsang or to him singing? And even if I'm not doing any seva, I'm still not enjoying fully. I'm still thinking about some problem or some stupid stuff. And it's really something that, now we take for granted. Now we can just come to the next satsang, we can just come to the next kirtan. But again, when you realize that you don't know how much time you have, it becomes really urgent that all these moments that are so special, that we learn to fully enjoy them and fully be there. And again, recently in this trip, if there's one thing that sometimes traveling with Guruji becomes a challenge, is Guruji himself, and how he's very attentive to the things that you do, especially to the things that you don't do properly. And very often he tells you off. He's very creative in the ways that he can tell you off. And he's also very good at finding the things you care and attacking those things, attacking your ego. And sometimes it's a problem. And very often I had experienced that I'm in a good mood, and then something happens, I do something wrong. Guruji, is very strict about it, and then my whole day is ruined. I just keep thinking about it, and I go into negativity, and, all these things. And one thing that I noticed now in this trip recently was that somehow, by some grace, this was not happening at all. I was still getting told off all the time. Actually, there was many instances that it happened. Sometimes for, nothing really bad happened, but for example, just ironing his clothes is a great opportunity for him to destroy your whole existence. He gave me his kurta to iron and his dhoti, and I was ironing, and he said, this is some special fabric, some pineapple skin or whatever it was. I never heard about it. So I was being very careful. I don't want to burn this. And so I took a long time to iron the kurta, and then I didn't know if it's good enough already or not. So I brought it to him and I showed him the kurta, and he was like, yeah, it's okay, put it there. But where's the dhoti? And I'm like, I just did the kurta. And he was like, you are so slow. We only did the kurta, it's like half an hour. And he started complaining. But okay, I came back. I went back and I started doing the dhoti. And then he came into the room to see what I was doing. And of course, I was doing it not properly. And it was a great opportunity for him to say how dumb I am, how brainless we all are. And actually, he said something very often in this trip. He said that, he asked for mindless people, not brainless people. He said this many times throughout the trip. And that was, again, a prime opportunity. And he was also saying, I just wish at least one of you would be, proper. And, all these things that are super nice to hear. And other examples, for example, so we were having lunch. And if you have lunch with Guruji, you should know that you don't go for his food before he goes for his food. So there's different foods. And you should not take from the pot before Guruji takes from the pot, obviously. So he was having his salad. And in Finland, they are very healthy people. And they love their salads. And there's salad everywhere. And after a few days of lots of salad, I was not so interested in the salad anymore. So I looked at the table and I saw some nice soya with some curry sauce and some nice rice. And I was thinking, that's what I want. And I looked at Guruji's plate, and I saw some kind of sauce there that resembled somehow the sauce of the soya. And I was like, he's eating already. So I went very confidently to take the food. And Guruji was looking at me like, what are you doing? And I stopped, and he was like, am I eating already this food? And I was like, I thought you were. And he's like, he was so confused at my stupidity, because in his plate, actually, was, now that I look proper, it was obvious that it was just salad. You know, and Guruji eats salad first sometimes. And he was just like so disappointed, and again, another beating. And again, it would be a nice opportunity for my day to be ruined. And these were just two examples, but it happened more. But this time, somehow, I was actually even sometimes struggling not to be sad, but not to be laughing when Guruji was telling me off. Because that's the thing, it's such a beautiful thing that Guruji is breaking the pots in your life. Like Krishna is breaking the pots of butter, Guruji is, kicking your ego or teaching you something in his way. And it's beautiful, because you don't want him to teach you in your way. You don't want him to teach you in a way that you'll be comfortable with or happy with. You want him to teach you in a way that he is happy with, even if he's finding new insults that nobody has ever heard, or if he's, it's beautiful also. And I have experienced the opposite. I have experienced situations in which I've done things which were wrong, and he didn't care, and he didn't say anything. And having both experiences, now I realize it's actually much nicer when he takes the time to tell you off than when he just chooses to ignore you or something like that. And this is the thing, when we are with the Guru, every single moment with him, every single moment of our lives, it's actually imbued with his blessings and with his presence. And so we spend very often time complaining, we spend time thinking about the future, thinking about the past, not realizing really the importance of just being in the present, because that's where we are going to feel God. We are not going to feel God tomorrow, and we are not going to feel God yesterday. The only chance that we have to be with him and to feel him is right now. And very often this live in the moment kind of philosophy is taken by people which are preaching that life is all about maximizing pleasure. It's all about doing what you want, doing what you like, and this hedonistic mindset. It's not what Guruji teaches us. It's a different kind of being in the moment. But like I was saying, it's this kind of living in the moment which comes from a space of gratitude and of being present. And that's the importance of perspective also. If you struggle with this, if you struggle with seeing the positivity in your life, if you struggle to see the blessings, it's very often just a matter of putting yourself in the shoes of another person, changing your perspective in your life. There's this famous internet meme kind of cartoon that shows like one guy driving a normal car, and then a supercar passes by, and the guy's like, I wish I had that car. It's much nicer. But then somebody else is looking at this guy in the normal car, and he's riding a bike, and he says, I wish I had that car. And then somebody is looking at the guy riding a bike, and the guy is walking, and he says, I wish I had a bike. And then there's a guy on a wheelchair looking over the street, seeing the guy walking, and he says, I really wish I could walk. And so this can go on and on. And it's really about perspective, and if we can put ourselves in the reality of our life, which is we have beautiful Sangha, we have a beautiful Guru. Whatever else is missing, we are already so much more blessed than we can even understand. Yeah, so like whenever we perceive that the pots are breaking in our life, when Krishna is making a mess, and when we have problems, I would say let's try to choose to see that behind that might be God, might be trying to teach us something, and if we are grateful and if we are able to see that, then we will be able to experience Him in our lives. Jai Gurudev.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Pralada Daine.
Pralada Daine.
Pralada Daine. Kara Kamalavare Nakamabhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jayo Jagadisha Hare Jayo Jagadisha Hare Tamakara Kamalavare Nakamabhuta Shringa Kalita Hiranyakashipu Nanubringa Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jayo Jagadisha Hare Jayo Jagadisha Hare Jayo Jagadisha Hare Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jayo Jagadisha Hare Jayo Jagadisha Hare Jayo Jagadisha Hare Tavakara Kamalavare Nakamabhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jayo Jagadisha Hare Jayo Jagadisha Hare Jayo Jagadisha Hare Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jayo Jagadisha Hare Jayo Jagadisha Hare Jayo Jagadisha Hare Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jayo Jagadisha Hare Jayo Jagadisha Hare Jayo Jagadisha Hare Jayo Narsinghadev 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 Jayo Narsinghadev Jayo Narsinghadev 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 Jayo Narsinghadev Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Oh Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Oh Gurudev Gurudev Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Oh Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Shri Vishwananda Gurudev Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me Prapati Dharmai Karataya Mangala Mangala Me Prapati Dharmai Karataya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Shaligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me Shaligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me Tridandatarine Kotagrajaya Mangala Mangala Me Tridandatarine Kotagrajaya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Rangesha Kenkaya Rataya Mangala Mangala Me Rangesha Kenkaya Rataya Mangala Mangala Me Mananataya Dharidharaya Mangala Mangala Me Mananataya Dharidharaya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Mangala Mangala Me Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakta Janon ke Sankata Dasa Janon ke Sankata Shana mein dura kare Om Jai Jagadish Hare Jo Yave Pala Pave Dukha Vina Se Manaka Swami Dukha Vina Se Manaka Sukha Sampati Gara Ave Sukha Sampati Gara Ave Kashta Vite Kanaka Om Jai Jagadish Hare Mata Pita Tuma Mere Sharanaga Hume Kisaki Swami Sharanaga Hume Kisaki Tuma Bina Ora Na Duja Tuma Bina Ora Na Duja Asaka Hume Kisaki Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tuma Purana Paramatma Tuma Antarayami Swami Tuma Antarayami Parabrahma Parameshvara Parabrahma Parameshvara Tuma Sabake Swami Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tuma Karuna Ke Sagara Tuma Palana Karata Swami Tuma Palana Karata Main Sevaka Tuma Swami Main Sevaka Tuma Swami Kripa Karo Bharata Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tuma Goeka Agochara Sabake Pranapati Swami Sabake Pranapati Kisha Vini Nilom Dayamaya Kisha Vini Nilom Kripamaya Tuma Komen Kumati Om Jai Jagadish Hare Dina Bandhu Dukharta Tumara Shaka Mere Swami Tumara Shaka Mere Karuna badao, Papa haro deva, Swami Papa haro deva, Shana Bhakti badao, Shana Prema badao, Santana ki seva, Om Jai Jagadish Hare, Tana Mana Dhana Sabha hai tera, Swami Sabha kuch hai tera, Swami Sabha kuch hai tera, Tera tujha ko aapan, Tera tujha ko aapan, Jana ge mera, Om Jai Jagadish Hare, Om Jai Jagadish Hare, Swami Jai Jagadish Hare, Bhakta Janam ke Sankata, Dasa Janam ke Sankata, Chana me dura kare, Om Jai Jagadish Hare, Mane Chakra Ragoji, Giridhari Lala Chakra Ragoji, Giridhari Lala Chakra Ragoji, Giridhari Lala Chakra Ragoji, Mane Chakra Ragoji, Giridhari Lala Chakra Ragoji, Giridhari Lala Chakra Ragoji, Giridhari Lala Chakra Ragoji, Chakra Rago, Chakra Rago, Chakra Ragoji, Chakra Rago, Chakra Rago, Chakra Ragoji, Mane Chakra Ragoji, Giridhari Lala Chakra Ragoji, Shama Mane Chakra Ragoji, Giridhari Lala Chakra Ragoji, Govinda Mane Chakra Ragoji, Giridhari Lala Chakra Ragoji, Giridhari Lala Chakra Ragoji, Giridhari Lala Chakra Ragoji. Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva, Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva, Tvameva Vidyam Dravinam Tvameva, Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva, Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Govinda. Asato Ma Satgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Mritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Hari Om.
प्रेम से बोलो लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की
जय।
प्रेम से बोलो श्री बुद्धभट्टेश्वर भगवान की प्रेम से बोलो श्री राधे कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की
जय।
प्रेम से बोलो भावदार क्रिया बाबा जी की
जय।
प्रेम से बोलो श्री गुरुचार्य की
जय।
प्रेम से बोलो सद्गुरुदेव श्री स्वामी विश्वानंदा महाप्रभु की
जय।
ओम
Shri Krishnaya Govindaya Gopi Janavallabhaya Paraya Paramapurushaya Parakarma Mantra Yantra Tantra Ushadasha Shastrani Samraya Samraya Vichor Mochaya Mochaya Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaya Ditye Jala Pritaya Savanik Shubhanam Pat Parashmaya Parabrahmane Parajoshishe Swaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Hari Om.
जय जय श्री राधे
Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
श्याम वेंकटरमण गोविंदा
Govinda,
गोपिका जीवनस्मरणं गोविंदा
Govinda,
भक्तवत्सल गोविंदा
Govinda,
कुंडलीक वरदे
Harindra,
एकनाथ नामदेव
Tukaram,
पंडरीनाथ महाराज की
जय।
रुक्मिणी महारानी की
जय।
समस्त भक्त मंडली की
जय।
अलवारं पुरुमनार्थे दुआरिकले शरण